Hello everyone, welcome to English with Uma. Do you ever feel that English practice can sometimes feel cold and mechanical? Endless rules, dry lists, and repeated drills that leave you understanding words but not truly feeling the language. Like you're missing the heartbeat, the emotion, the human connection that makes English come alive in real conversations, stories, songs, or moments that touch the soul. Perhaps you want to improve your listening, vocabulary, pronunciation, and speaking in a way that feels natural, moving, and unforgettable, where the words don't just stay in your mind, but settle in your heart. If that's you, this episode is made especially for you. Today, we're diving into something deeply powerful and transformative: emotional stories to enhance your English skills. These are not ordinary lessons. These are stories that carry feelings, love, courage, loss, hope, joy, kindness, and through emotion, the language becomes easier to remember, more natural to speak, and truly yours. Emotion is the secret key to language learning. When a story makes you laugh, cry, feel proud, or feel inspired, your brain holds on to the words longer and deeper. Studies show emotional content can improve memory retention by 3 to 10 times compared to neutral material. So today, I'm going to share 3 short, powerful emotional stories written in clear, natural English. Each story uses simple to intermediate language, repeats important vocabulary naturally, and ends with a few key phrases and reflection questions to help you practice speaking and feeling the words. Listen slowly. Let the emotions touch you. Pause when needed. After each story, try retelling it in your own words, even just 2 to 3 sentences. That is how you turn listening into speaking. Story 1. The Last Letter. Theme: love and regret. An old man named Thomas lived alone in a small house by the sea. Every evening he sat on the porch with an old box of letters. One letter he never opened. It was from his wife Anna, written the day before she passed away 10 years earlier. One rainy night, Thomas finally opened it. The paper was soft and smelled faintly of lavender, her favorite flower. "My dearest Thomas," it began, "if you are reading this, I am no longer beside you. I want you to know that every moment with you was my greatest happiness. You gave me laughter, safety, and love deeper than the ocean outside our window. I know you will feel lonely, but please remember, I am still loving you in every sunrise, every wave, every quiet night. Do not close your heart. Let someone new bring light to your days. You deserve joy again. Forever yours, Anna." Thomas cried for the first time in years, not just tears of sadness, but tears of gratitude. The next morning, he walked to the beach, held the letter to his heart, and whispered, "Thank you, my love. I will try to live with joy again, for both of us." Key emotional phrases from the story: deepest happiness, faint smell of lavender, close your heart, bring light to your days, tears of gratitude. Reflection and speaking practice. How did Thomas feel when he read the letter? What do you think Anna wanted most for her husband? Tell me in 3 to 4 sentences. Have you ever received a letter or message that touched your heart deeply? What did it say or make you feel? Story 2. The Boy and the Stray Dog. Theme: kindness and healing. A boy named Arjun lived in a noisy city. He felt very lonely. His parents worked long hours, and he had no close friends at school. Every afternoon, he sat alone on the steps outside his building. One day, a thin, dirty, stray dog with sad eyes came near him. Arjun offered a piece of bread from his lunch. The dog ate quickly, then sat beside him quietly. From that day, the dog came every afternoon. Arjun named him Shadow. Arjun started smiling again. He talked to Shadow about his day, his fears, his dreams. Shadow listened with gentle eyes and wagged his tail. Slowly, Arjun felt less alone. He began making friends at school because he felt braver. One winter evening, Shadow didn't come. Arjun searched everywhere, calling his name. 2 days later, he found Shadow under a tree, very weak but alive. Arjun carried him home, crying. His parents helped take Shadow to a doctor. After medicine and care, Shadow recovered. Arjun never forgot. Sometimes the one who saves you is the one you save first. Key emotional phrases from the story. Felt very lonely. Thin and dirty stray dog. Gentle eyes. Felt braver. Searched everywhere. Crying with relief. Reflection and speaking practice. Why do you think Arjun named the dog Shadow? How did Shadow help Arjun emotionally? Tell me, have you ever helped an animal or person and felt healed yourself? What happened? Story 3. The Old Violin. Theme: Hope and Second Chances. An old violin sat forgotten in the corner of a dusty shop for many years. Its wood was faded, strings broken, and no one wanted to buy it. The shop owner was going to throw it away. One rainy afternoon, a young girl named Mira entered the shop looking for shelter. She saw the violin and asked softly, "Can I play it?" The owner laughed. "It's useless now." But Mira didn't care. She carefully fixed the strings with her small fingers and began to play. At first, the sound was rough and shaky, but Mira played with all her heart. Slowly, the notes became clear, sweet, and powerful. People outside stopped walking. They listened through the window, tears in their eyes. The old violin seemed to come alive again, singing of forgotten dreams and new hope. The old shop owner watched in silence. When Mira finished, he said quietly, "It was never useless. It was waiting for someone who believed in it." Mira smiled. Sometimes we all need someone to believe in us, and then we can sing again. Key emotional phrases from the story. Faded and forgotten. Carefully fixed. Shaky at first. Clear, sweet, and powerful. Come alive again. Believed in it. Reflection and speaking practice. Why do you think the violin was forgotten for so long? What does the story teach us about people or ourselves? Tell me in 3 to 5 sentences. Have you ever felt forgotten or useless, but someone or something helped you believe in yourself again? What happened? My friend, these 3 stories are small gifts for your heart and your English. When you feel emotion, love, loneliness, hope, kindness, the language sinks deeper. Cry with the story, smile with it, feel proud with it. That is how English becomes not just a skill, but a part of your soul. Your challenge this week: choose one story, listen or read it 3 times, retell it in your own words, if possible, record it. Write or speak 4 to 6 sentences about how it made you feel. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to feel, and when you feel, the words will come. You are doing beautifully. Keep letting stories touch you. They are teaching you English and so much more. Until next time, take care of your heart and keep listening. See you in the next story.